In my headcanon, Lemon is a blonde. Hope You're Happy Lemon has been a healing manga for me since 2023. Over the past 18 months, I've made serious attempts at focusing on my career progression and creeping my lifestyle. I've also put in considerable effort in moving on from a past breakup and getting to know new people, date a bunch of girls, you know? And of course, none of the aforementioned has been successful. I think I connect with this manga as much as I do because Sunao is in the process of getting over his ex, Lemon, by immersing himself with his studies, new friends, and a growing crush towards clubmate Natsumi. I'm a yearner and I tend to fall hard for someone. As such, it takes a lot of effort and time to get over them. And even when I do move on, there's a chance that my past lover will insert themselves back into my life somehow, or vice versa. Having gone through this cycle a few times over the past year or so, I've been throwing myself into various romance manga and movies as a means of better understanding why these habits keep afflicting me. This sort of self-reflection has been a major theme recently in Lemon. The short film festival was a story arc that went on for a while, but was solid in how it detailed the realities of young people who are former lovers learning to interact with one another in regular settings. Lemon is pining hard for Sunao. Her regret for lying to him back in middle school is catching up with her, and her lingering feelings have evolved into full-blown love. The thing is, it's very difficult trying to lead a normal life when your ex is always around. I've been good at being friends with some of my exes, but I definitely had periods where I see them at the club or the mall or work or whatever, and I just can't do it. I don't want to see a former loved one get hit on by others. I don't want to small talk with them as if we never had more meaningful conversations. That's too much to bear. Lemon is starting to realize that her loose ends with Sunao are having a strong impact on her emotions, and I can totally buy into her significant change in character compared to the earlier chapters. Lately, the manga has been very dialogue heavy, which was a selling point before, but now feels incredibly nuanced considering the fact that the cast speaks at length about seemingly nothing, but these conversation cues have strong ramifications later on. Natsumi has quietly been evaluating her peers' takes on relationships and friendships. She's trying to determine what liking someone platonically actually means. She even rhetorically asks Raika and Lemon if the end of a romance should really spell the end of a friendship. That really hit me in the feels, and I, for the most part, agree. So much angst is brewed within ourselves when we discard someone from our lives. All the while, we could learn to deal with the separation by placing the individual in a different capacity. Kishikawa has continued to improve as a writer, and I wonder how deep their wheelbarrow goes. That being said, the plot pushes and pulls at weird intervals. By chapter 50, everyone is aware of the body swap between Lemon and Sunao. Even Natsumi is made aware, and she kinda just, she accepts it. There's no consequences, no stakes. The three now officially live with each other, and I guess that was done on purpose to subvert our expectations, but I sorta wish that there was a bigger fallout from this reveal. I know Lemon is a sweet, sometimes savory story, but I really feel that it needs to get spicy. These are early 20s, dating and living amongst each other. I want one of the girls to be more forceful and act on their feelings. I want Raika to make a move on somebody, anybody. I need to see Sunao act like a horny young man, even just once. I just want to see some more stakes involved. The initial status quo hasn't shifted much, and I'm kind of feeling that the idea of the body swap will be brushed under the rug pretty soon. Golden Time, a somewhat similar series, could have been just as good, maybe even a better series had the supernatural element been absent. Lemon had a great angle with the body swap. I want to see more ramifications come about. The flashback that Lemon and Sunao are having right now feels very Hong Sang-soo coded. Middle school couplings are quite basic, but the impact that both of them experienced being with one another and how things ended is following them into adulthood, shaping their subsequent relationships. Tsunao is trying to learn to hate Lemon and come to terms with the fact that he most likely won't ever get the truth out of her in regards to their breakup. Lemon feels very insecure with how other girls see her and her relationship and questions her every move based on the thoughts of others. It seems that outside factors is what drove these two apart and kept them from resolving their past mistakes. I can definitely relate to these feelings. Recently, I've been trying many different methods to learn acceptance and moving on. Nothing is really working. Minor distractions aren't solutions. I'm still haunted by the actions of all these women from my past, and it's seriously messing up any future that I'm trying to build with potential partners. On Saturdays at 11 a.m., I jump on the Manga Plus app and read the latest issue of Lemon. For a short time, I'm distracted from my own demons and insert myself into the ongoing trials and tribulations of these fictional characters, who seem to have a slightly better handle at dealing with rejection and heartache than I do. Maybe I can learn something from these two? Are they doomed lovers? Will they rekindle their past? Are there better options for them waiting to be seen? I ask these questions not just for them, but also myself. Anyway, I'm gonna hop back on Hinge now and tank my mood for the rest of the weekend. Read Hope You're Happy Lemon. 9 out of 10.